Hello and welcome to Gamereactor Live. I am joined by Thomas.
I just looked away, but...
Okay, yeah. I wanted him to get a chance to revenge himself in Forza, but he didn't dare, so we're playing Titanfall instead.
What the hell? You just straight up lying from the start?
I don't know, a little bit maybe. Anyway, we're playing Titanfall. The game just came out in Europe today. Coming out in the UK tomorrow, US a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I downloaded this at 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
midnight, because that's when it was out.
Yeah, that's 50 gigabytes on the PC.
Yes, we're playing on the PC.
And no matter what you read somewhere else, we're actually playing on the PC.
And also people see me playing with a 360 controller right now. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We might swap over to mouse and keyboard at some point.
I think the setup for today should probably be explained in that we are, as I said, playing on the PC for different reasons, boring reasons. But that means that I'm actually going to try to play the game with mouse and keyboard, which is how I prefer to play FPSs. That being said, I'm horrible at this sort of game.
I'm just nodding. I didn't.
While Nick is actually right now playing the PC version with a 360 controller, which kind of should be commended, because everyone else, I think, in this game is probably playing with mouse and keyboard. And no matter what you say, and I don't want to start like a religious war here.
The controller is better.
Shut up. The keyboard and mouse will always be a bit faster and some would say more precise than a controller.
Yeah, I think if you're good at it, because I'm pretty sure I'm better with a controller.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm using it.
And make no mistake about it, Nick is also better on a controller than I am on a mouse and keyboard. That's just how horrible I am at this sort of Twitch fast-paced game.
Yeah, so we haven't played it a lot, but what do you think so far? It is very fast, right?
Extremely fast, but as I said when we talked before we started filming, that's also what I really like about it. I like the immediacy of. I mean, it's going to be a thing.
Did you see me destroy that dude?
Yeah, I did. It's probably going to be a thing that we'll discuss a lot more in this stream. But as most people know, this is a game done by a lot of people that did the original Call of Duty series, and I like that this game also has the immediacy of the Call of Duty series in that it's so fast-paced, it's so in your face. You grab a weapon, you fire it, you're immediately in the battle. There's seldomly like a quiet point of time on any of the maps or any of the game modes, and I like that.
All right, I guess this is what it's all about.
Yeah, I think when I take over, you should probably explain the game to the people who haven't tried it out yet.
Yeah, well, we can do that a little bit. Right now we're playing the mode called Hardpoint Domination, which is basically domination if you played Call of Duty. I think it's called Conquest in Battlefield, but it's where you have the 3 capture points that you need to hold. So now I've grabbed this bullets. As you see right now, the blue one is ours, and B and C is on enemy hands.
So nice.
See, now I need to try to get over to this guy, and then I'll jump on him. Oh, he's fast. I'm gonna try to destroy him. So you can jump up on enemy titans on their back, and then you can shoot them. And I just did that. He was already I died. But he was already pretty low on health because I fought him as a Titan. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then you get, when you're controlling the Titan, you actually get a message, someone is on your back, and you can jump out and try to kill him.
Yeah, and even enter the Titan again if it hasn't. It hasn't.
I did that when the one map I played earlier today. Like, I had a guy jump on me, and I jumped out, and actually, it was pretty lucky. But I just shot like where my Titan's head was, and headshotted him right away. I didn't even see him. And then jump back into the Titan. That felt pretty awesome. I didn't even touch the ground. All right, so we're getting both B and C right now.
Also, it seems like the game is pretty full of all the sort of many achievements that you get in the game.
Yeah,
like Call of Duty
it
as well.
is. What I mean, these guys were at Infinity Ward before, and really, I mean, they did Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That really started that whole level up multiplayer thing.
RPG
and they're continuing. I don't think there's a lot of new stuff in that way with the challenges and the XP and all that stuff. but they're continuing that path and doing it really cool. So there's, even though you're not winning and doing super great, there's tons of stuff to do all the time, and you complete challenges and you get new weapons and all that good stuff. Yeah, burn cards is a new thing. That's true. Dori's mentioning off camera. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah, and also I think it should be said for people like me who haven't played the last couple of Call of Duties, it seems like the infusion of much more, many more of these sort of in-game goals.
Yeah.
I mean, there just seems to be a ton more of them than there were before in the Call of Duty games.
So one thing you can do here, I got my Titan pretty quickly again. So I now jumped out of the Titan. It's now guarding this area. So while I jump in, and I can't take this area without being in here, so I jumped in out of the Titan into B. My Titan is guarding outside, and then when I've captured this, take this dude out, then I can jump back into my Titan outside, or I can have it as a diversion for the enemy. There was actually a Titan out here.
Yeah, the possibilities you have in the game, especially with the Titan, are actually quite extensive, right?
Yeah. So see, now my Titan is actually fighting this guy with another Titan, and I can try to get a shot on him while I'm... Oh, but he managed to kill mine as well. And now we have the countdown on 2 minutes to the next Titan. And generally, one of the things for me is that I'm actually not a huge fan of being in the Titan. I think it's okay sometimes, but I'm more into running on walls and all that stuff. I really like the speed you have, like where you can get up to these areas so easy.
Yeah, but please explain that. You can actually run on walls in this game, right? And you can double jump.
Yes. So the way this works is when you sprint, if you're near a wall or something like that, then you'll run on it, and you run on it for a little bit. We'll do it here. Let's see if we can get this guy first. I didn't. So I'll show that now. So if I jump up here, he should run on it. I'll see if I can do it. And then you can jump, and you can double jump, and then you can like continue your route that way. It's a little bit hard to explain, I think. It's more like you kind of need to try it to see how it really is. It feels pretty natural, although some people make it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Of course.
Because if you know the routes and where to jump, you can get up to some really cool places and move along like in a crazy way.
Yeah, but I got to play the training missions before we started.
Yeah, really good introduction to that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But what I think is definitely something that should be pointed out is that, I mean, as you said, there's definitely something to master in the game when it comes to the controls, but the controls themselves, just to learn, for instance, to wall run or to double jump, they come really natural in this game.
I mean, it is, you sprint and you jump, and then if you jump again, you use your jetpack to double jump. Yeah. That's pretty much it. But
you just like aim at a wall that you want to run on, and you jump on it, and that's pretty much it.
The only thing is exactly timing when to do the second jump and where you can like jump to get to the next area and all that stuff. That's what you really need to learn, and learn the maps and all that stuff. Let's see if we can take out another Titan. He's pretty fast though, and that's the thing. Titans are fast. This is another thing that there's been a lot of talk about this with Titanfall. Is you're 6 and 6, but there's a lot of enemies more than the
in between.
Yeah, and there are grunts and there are specters and all this stuff that are basically AI controlled. Grunts are the most simple ones, I think. That's humans you play against. They're really stupid, really easy to kill. Specters are kind of the same. I don't know if I'm not an expert on this, but they seem to be a little bit more advanced. But what's really the main difference is that they're robots, and I think you can actually hack them. But that's two different AI-controlled enemies that you can shoot.
And they are pretty much meant as cannon fodder, right?
Yeah. Which is, again, is good for people who are not good at the game, but it has been frustrating to me sometimes if you go into a group, you see a group of enemies, and one of them is a player, and I shoot the wrong one, and then I shoot the AI control one that can't do anything. Oh, this is getting close. And then the other player kills me. Because generally, the AI is so stupid, it will rarely kill you. I got shot.
Well, let's see about that when I get to play.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
The Titans can take some punishment, though, it seems.
They can what?
They can take some punishment.
Yeah. But you also choose different titans. There's basically like 3 types. You can like change it a little bit. You see how still he stood? That was a grunt. That's a grunt. And see how, again, like they just stand and shoot. Where like AI players, you'll see them run on walls and all that stuff. Okay, now we won this level. So what we need to do now, we won. So we need to, well, the losing team needs to get to the dropship, and we as the winning team need to go there and shoot the ship or kill the enemy before they get to it. So now we have 1 life left.
So you can actually, yeah, it's kind of a sudden death.
Yeah.
But you can
that's a way
actually
of getting
shoot
bonus
down
points
the
over this Titans.
dropship.
Yeah. But that rarely works for me. You need to be several people shooting at it for it to work. So I generally go for the players instead. And now it's over. Let's see, there's another Titan. Yeah. So 4 pilot kills, died 9 times. That's not super good, but here it actually. Oh, it's so assault and defense as well. That's the capture points. How much we went for that. All right, but we actually leveled up. Got 2 level ups in this one. So, and I know we got to level 9 where we actually unlock something. I think here it's longer between the matches, which is nice if you have stuff to do, and annoying if you don't have anything to do. Then we're waiting. But we unlocked a lot of stuff here, so that's really nice.
But before you look into that, maybe you should jump out of the game and we can start the campaign afterwards.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. All right, but let's just take a look at the loadouts. We have basically 2 kinds of loadouts. The pilot loadouts, which is when you're running and shooting. And now we have, when you start out, you have 2, I think, and when you level up once or something, you get this 3rd, like, standard class. And then when you get to 5 or 6, you unlock the custom classes, which we have here. And you can see level 15, we get another slot. This was the class I used. You choose
that's a very Call of Duty-ish.
Yeah,
setup,
again,
right?
and I mean it's closer to Call of Duty, but you have a similar thing in Battlefield.
Okay.
But there it's divided into an assault class and a medic, and here you can choose basically to do 3 medics if you want. Choose a primary weapon, choose an anti-tank gun, choose a sidearm like a pistol, and then you choose 2 tactical abilities for when you're a pilot. And you choose 2 kits, I think, which is... No, that's also for pilot, but that's basically perks, these.
Okay.
Like, here I have the cloak, which I didn't use because I forget. And this, for sure, okay. I'm actually going to do that one. And then different grenades. And this, I mean, it's the standard perk sort of thing. Let's not go through it all. And you can choose gender, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty nice, yeah.
But let's... I guess we unlocked the sniper, so let's actually put that on. And that's probably going to be, that's really hard to use in my experience in this because it's so fast.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that I will take the first episode of the campaign, so you just set it up with like the hardest weapon to use.
But this, again, this is the pilot loader. We have the Titan as well, where we don't have custom yet, I think, no. So we have an assault, which is the standard one. Like medium. You have a tank that's slower but can take more health or more hits, and you have an artillery that's less health but is faster.
Yeah, but these are like the 3 types that you will get, and you can.
Yeah, but then later you can customize and you can choose to do, like you can see here we have the weapons and the perks as well for the Titans. You can choose to do like a fast one, but with the weapon that you would have on a heavy one or whatever. You can choose to do that how you want. And the last thing I just want to quickly do, we'll look at this more later, is the burn cards, which is the new thing that Dori also mentioned. Now unlocked another slot. You can, when you get to level 11, you have 3, which is kind of perks or weapons that you can only use once. So we have all these cards that you earn just by playing, and as you can see here, replace your weapon with another weapon.
Nice.
And the one we had that I already have over there is 40 seconds off your build time. It's about 2 minutes and 30 seconds normally, so you can cut that down.
But it goes for all of these cards that they only work for 1 match.
So whenever you are dead and you're ready to spawn in, you can choose to use a burn card.
Okay.
And then it's used, and then you get that thing. So yeah, that's it. You want to play, and here, as you can see here, there's campaign, there's classic, and there's training. Campaign is what we're going to play now. Classic is just normal online multiplayer, and training is the tutorial we talked about.
Yeah, we can just click once on the classic, and you can possibly.
Oh yeah, the modes. Attrition is basically a point version of team deathmatch, where you get more points for killing a player than a grunt, and you get more points for killing a Titan. But it's deathmatch, but where you get points.
Yeah,
Everything
it's-
has points value. Last Titan Standing is where everyone starts in a Titan. You can jump out of it as well if you want, but the first team to lose all its Titans has lost. And you play like Search and Destroy, you play rounds, so it's first to 3 wins, I think. You have 1 life. Hardpoint is what we just played, Domination. Capture the flag, obviously, capture the flag. Pilot Hunter is, I think, the same as, let's see what it says.
The same as
Guaranteed pilots
Hardpoint.
I think it's like Last Titan Standing, like where you need to kill pilots, and that's just where it rotates.
Sure. Okay, but
And as I understood, they're gonna put in more like modes and stuff later. They talked
yeah,
about.
I am pretty sure I just read today that they were planning on already supporting it with new weapons, but also more game modes.
Yeah. And there's been talk about doing like more esport like modes as well for people who want that.
Again, with the speed and the immediacy of the weapons and everything, it really seems like a game that could potentially be big in esports.
I think that there's like part of it seems really like that, and then there's things they really need to fix. I think something like the grunts in there would not work in esports. I mean, it works in something like League of Legends, of course.
I was actually going to say,
but I don't think it will work in a first-person shooter because just having like now I'm going to the Call of Duty thing, and there's championship in Battlefield as well. You just see the final map, and then a grunt kills the other guy or something. I mean, it's just.
But right now there isn't a possibility to take out the grunts.
No, and I think if they do that, and I could see a mode with Titans, but I would also really like to see one without Titans. I think that could be. But it's also how the map works.
Yeah, but Titans also is like a big part of the game. I mean,
yeah, but I would like to see like one that's like pilots only and one that's Titans only, maybe.
I don't know if they do that,
but we'll see.
But the whole thing about like making, don't know, like a pure mode without grunts seems like something they would do for competition purposes.
At least they just need to do like, you can't do private matches now either.
Okay, that's strange.
And you can't, if we can find 5 friends, we can go together. I don't know how it works on PC, but Xbox One, you can be 6 people in a lobby, go in and play. You can't be 12 and play 6 on 6. Like, there's things like that they just need, and then there's the whole spectator mode you need to have in a first-person shooter.
It should be said though, the spectator modes are oftentimes something that's added like a month after the release of the game, right?
And that could work. It's just
one thing we should also point out: we just started the very first mission of the campaign, but as some of you might have noticed, it's actually still multiplayer.
Yeah,
this is the multiplayer-only game. So you need to be connected to the internets. And again, I really don't know how this will work since I haven't tried it out before, but I think it's just a more organized version of multiplayer.
I think it's multiplayer, but there's like cutscene between matches or something like that. But we'll see.
Waiting for players because we got like a super duper computer that loads everything really fast. Yes.
But I don't think this is why you should like play the game. If you're like, oh, I like single player games or like campaigns, then this is probably not the shooter you'd want. As again, it's multiplayer all the time.
And the same could be said for tons of first-person shooters today,
for sure. But I mean, like Call of Duty and Battlefield still has a single player campaign that some people seem to enjoy more than the multiplayer. Where like, of course, most people play those games for the multiplayer.
Yeah. Are you gonna manage to chat?
I'm gonna try. I just noticed a lot of things have been said while I was playing, of course.
Even more now gonna be said when you see how horribly I feel.
We'll see. So you actually get to play the same level.
Oh, is this the same? Yeah, it is.
So you want to go capture C right away on your left.
Okay, because that's the closest one, or?
Yeah, and you just want to start getting points. You get also get experience, but now you just got 75 experience for that.
I just love the whole thing about like a giant mech just wandering as a part of the troop.
And I would go for B here on the left, as they have taken A, and you're probably going to meet them at, they're already at B.
Which can be seen in the color, right?
Yeah. So they're capturing it, and if you go in there, and then it'll be, what is it called, contested. So none of you will capture it. So that's clearly a player, as he's jumping like a madman. Maybe you actually you can do it next time you die. I think you should try another loadout, a very interesting gun that might be fun.
Okay.
We'll take a look at that after.
Sure.
Oh, I actually haven't seen this area before. Yeah, so Thomas is playing with mouse and keyboard now. For people wondering. I'm being told not to forget my kamikaze ninja tactics. This is why this game is great for me, because it's an aggressive shooter, I'd call it. Like, it's really about rushing. And that's the thing with the sniper. I don't really feel like it's a good game to camp in.
No, I mean, don't take this literally, man, but there is a bit of Quake in it, in that it's so fast. I mean, it's just go.
I think it's even faster than Call of Duty for people who are playing current. Like there, you can still. I guess it's also the game modes, but everything seems to be built around being aggressive. Where Call of Duty, there are some modes where it's still good to like camp. So they're grabbing C from
taking all the points now.
Yeah, you're about double. You play to 400 points here in domination, which is a little bit more than most games, but you also get them faster.
Ooh. No?
You got an assist, he died, but someone else got the kill.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah. It's all about the team play, but get into C again and capture it. Yeah. And actually now I don't remember the button, but you can also when you... Oh, enemy, no. You can actually, when you wall run, at any point you can like press a button and then grab, and then you just hang on that part of the wall.
Nice.
Which is really good for this mode, where if you get into one of these points, run up the wall, up in a corner, and then hang on there.
Yeah, I also noticed
then you can really watch the area really well.
I also noticed that you can actually hang on friendly robots to get a lift.
If at any time you hang on a Titan, whether it's your own or an enemy's, if you just jump on it, you'll hang on to it. You don't need to hit a special point or anything. You'll automatically jump at the right point. And now you have your Titan if you want to call it down. Or nice. But really, for defending these area or while you're capturing it, running in, getting up in a corner, like you can find some really good spots where you can have a good overview.
Have I actually managed to survive more than 30 seconds on the
Yeah, you're doing pretty good, especially if you now capture this area, neutralize it good. And that's a friend out there. They don't seem to have any enemies. So I would find a corner now if I were you.
Yeah, I just don't know how long I can walk.
Neutralize your capture. There's a guy coming from C towards you now, but he's pretty far away. There's a Titan outside behind you.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, nice. So I would run out the other way and then get your Titan down, yeah.
That's V?
Yeah.
Oh, no!
But that's fine, your Titan will run towards you. You can either tell it to stay where it is and guard, or you can tell it to follow you.
Kind of like a dog.
Yes. And it, for the first 10 seconds, I think it is, it has that protective shield over it.
Where are you, Titan?
So see, it's running towards you while it's...
Oh,
you kill the grunt. So you,
yes. That's
so
a good boy.
Your Titan can't die the first 10 seconds.
Okay.
If you stay in there, or if you like throw it down, you don't have to get to it right away. You can let it wait there, and if you run inside that shield, you can't die either. And actually, if you run inside that area of an enemy Titan, you actually get damage from it.
Mm. Who's a good boy?
So you're getting shot from all sides now.
I'm also shooting.
Pilot locking in. Yeah, and Titans can be pretty, like, they're very quick. One thing you should notice when you're in the Titan is you basically have two healths. You have the thick bar at the top now, which is halfway down, that's your health. And if you don't get shot for a while, your shield will charge up. The shield recharges, the health doesn't. So long when you've lost your shield, you want to kind of get in cover and let that recharge, because that can go back up. Your health is... yeah, that's awesome. And that's another thing you choose, which kind of... all those weapons, right?
Yeah.
So behind you, there's a lock on. There. And you can also just run over him. And just step on him, but you're almost dead now. That's so awesome. And you get those. All right, let's see. So yeah, we're facing off against other players in the campaign as well. It's basically the same game, but we'll see what happens other than that. But as I understand it, there'll be like a story clip in between or something like that.
Look at this! Boom! I love this that you're able to eject. Oh, that was good. I just took myself out.
I love when you get shot out of the Titan and you just get fired crazy into the air. But you need to notice that when you kill enemy Titan, oh, you're getting destroyed now. You have all 3 points.
Yeah.
When you kill a Titan, often the pilot will eject before. So you need to, like when you kill a Titan, like look, where is he? Because he can often then come back at you and kill you. But I think you're doing pretty good on the scoreboard because you're capturing some points and...
Yeah, the whole thing about the eject button is
yeah.
that you actually have to mash the button to...
But you can choose that as a perk as well, I think, auto eject.
Oh, but I love having to jam the button to get the frick out of there.
What is that? You just came in and got some points with you at the end.
No, that's fine. I did all the work.
So I think you should go for A, that's a good idea. Because they're going to be pushing up to B and C now.
The graphics are really good. I know the game has received a bit of flack for not being like this. Oh, this is next gen.
That's not really what. I mean, if you have a PS3 or 360, and you look at this on PC or Xbox One, it will be way better than what you have on your. But it's not one of those games like best graphics ever.
No.
But it is just like Call of Duty is. It's a game where they focus on pace and 60 frames and instead of having. But still, if you look out in the distance, it looks pretty cool.
It's not an ugly game by any stretch of the imagination. And
actually, we'll do that next map. We need to remember to check out the other loadouts for pilots. Also, I think this is one of the harder. Oh, you got him. Nice. I prefer other anti-Titan weapons actually.
okay.
This is the one that's like super powerful, but you need to lock on. And I prefer I think it's the medium one where you shoot like small explosive things, but you can
like
shoot
rockets.
faster. Yeah. You're actually catching up a little bit. You're still gonna lose, pretty sure, but you're doing pretty well now. Okay, let's get that Titan. That looks like a heavy Titan.
Oh,
what he throws up there, you just hit the something in the way.
The bullet shield.
Yeah. But what he actually is a shield, and it actually like grabs the bullets or rockets. So if you pull that up as a Titan, and then you grab them, and when you let go, you fire them back at the enemy, which is pretty awesome. All right, so now your team lost, and now you need to get to the dropship. And you see there's
which is kind of amazing, seeing the work that I did here.
I actually think you're going to be pretty high on the scoreboard because you played the objective pretty well.
That's just nice.
So now the enemy team needs to kill you or destroy the ships. You need to, but it looks like they're far. There's a guy up on the roof there on the left.
Oh, shoot! I need to get up on the roof.
So that was a. See here it actually says hack. So that's enemies you can hack. And then he actually shoots for you, shoots the enemy, which is pretty awesome. And you can also hack. You can also hack like there's some levels that are like huge turrets. You can hack and they will shoot the enemy for you.
But what's my punishment for not escaping? In
You
time?
just get an experience boost or like extra points for making it. Just like you capture one of the hard points.
Yeah.
So you did pretty well. 1 and 6 in pilot kills, but see you got like actually more assault points than the player who's number 2.
And I see I had really good ping.
You're always gonna win that.
Yeah. So you want to take? I guess we have to play that round again.
I don't know how that works. We'll see. You don't want to play another?
No, just go ahead.
Okay. We'll see what happens then. How is the campaign lobby? I don't see anything different now, actually. Oh, maybe no. Now we're playing attrition on the colony. All right.
I'm just trying to check the chat here.
Yes.
But it seems people have gone on off on a rant about other like.
Yeah, it's like going back and forth.
If you're not already doing so, but you're watching the stream, you can join the chat by pretty much just logging on either of the sites, and there's an IRC chat down in the bottom.
Yeah.
Then you should be able to find, and you can log on and ask us any questions you want to.
But we're not going to answer them. So.
No problem. Once again, we should point out we're playing the PC version of Titanfall, which was released here in Europe actually today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, do we want to use silencer? Let's try the silencer. But I think now, actually, it looked like in the campaign you didn't choose these, did you? Because you didn't have the Sidewinder anti-Titan weapon.
I think I just pushed a lot of buttons.
I think you had this one.
Yeah, I did.
But we'll see. So what I wanted to show afterwards is the smart pistol, which locks onto enemy Titans.
Yeah, I tried that out in the training missions, and it's just... It was like one of the first points in the game where I was just like, okay, this is really cool. It should be said.
But that's another thing where I don't think I would want that in esport.
No, that's true. It should also be said that for my money, I'm far more into science fiction than I am into like proper modern warfare. So anything that has like big robots or auto-targeting pistols or something like that in it is just way more of my street.
All right, should I go for that auto pistol things and show that?
Yeah, definitely do so.
I have that down here. Let's try it. Not really my thing, but it's actually not as overpowered as I thought in the beginning, because you need to wait a little bit. You need to wait longer with against a pilot, against another player than against grunts.
And also Dori, who have played the game
quite a bit,
said that, I believe you said it was underpowered, right?
Or
the auto-targeting
I don't
weapon
think it's underpowered. But
is it underpowered? It is? Okay.
What do you mean underpowered? Yeah, you'll be faster with see, I'm not a... But I did get another.
But you just got like...
Yeah, but I didn't wait for it to lock on. I just shot the dude with like no aim.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be faster with. Oh, there's a guy there.
But I mean, of course, any sort of auto-targeting weapon in a game like this need to be nerfed, or need to be slower.
See, I just end up shooting them with the normal stuff.
That is still pretty badass, though. Like, I don't have time to...
I just want a pistol because it's too easy with the assault rifle, you know?
Exactly. That's just the way you roll.
So there I got Spectres with the... It's pretty obvious what's going on, actually, you know? Oh, damn. Alright, I don't like this. I'm gonna go back to my... but let's try the... This has a silencer on now, so the usual thing with that it shouldn't show up on the minimap.
Also, for those of you who might not have followed the whole development of Titanfall, it's exclusive for Xbox 360 and Xbox One and PC, right?
It's Xbox One and PC now, and then in 2 weeks, 360 version will come out. And that's not made by Respawn, who makes the other versions.
No, but it would be quite interesting to see how the 360 version holds up.
So far, they have said that they're very happy with it, and it should be a good version and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I also read a story somewhere that I don't know if this has been verified, but one of the reasonings behind choosing to build the game on Valve's Source engine is apparently that the Source engine runs really well on 360.
Okay.
Which just gave them a lot of room to work with. On the technical
I feel like
side.
I'm in a very bad spot right now. Alright, I'm actually think I'm gonna try the last thing that we haven't seen yet, which is the sniper rifle. And then we'll see how that goes. Oh. Which I feel like is like the thing that shouldn't work in this game, because that's just this fast-paced with a sniper is... Alright, but let's get a Titan down.
You can actually take it Titan down with the sniper rifle?
No. I don't. Well, I don't know if you should shoot it like 1,000 times, but.
No, but
I was just shooting
yeah, I was just thinking it might have been one of those games where the Titan has like a small hit point.
It might. I actually don't. I don't know, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Whoa. Who's shooting at me? Oh, Spectre. I like this. This is like, it looks like a normal gun, but then all the rounds are explosive. Now I grab his bullets.
I like that you can actually see the projectiles like being magnetized
I'm gonna-
in front of you.
See, I'm almost dead. And someone else is shooting at me as well.
We're in the lead. Keep it up, pilot.
Warning. High damage sustained.
I'm dead now.
Warning. Eject reactor damage sustained.
So now what I want to do is I want to find out where he is, and I'm gonna jump on him. Oh, there's a guy there.
Want to jump on him?
Pilot, your Titan will be ready in 2 minutes.
Oh, damn. All right, I think one more round with the sniper, and then I'm gonna swap back to my trusty carbine. Let's go get the Titan. So this is the other gun that I'm talking about against Titans. Oh.
And you can apparently also use it on other players.
Yeah, that was a Spectre
Spectres.
robot. I don't know. I guess you can shoot other players with it. See why not? I see. I can't hit shit. Does someone else kill?
That's also a problem in Call of Duty, right?
Ooh, fighting words.
I mean, what have I got to lose in a game like
Yeah,
this?
I don't know. Oh, he saw me.
And he
All right,
ran
I'm
over
gonna
me.
go back to our hotline.
Be advised,
Ooh,
Titan ready in 30
player
seconds.
kill like that. Oh, let's
False.
hack this guy. No.
Okay,
All
your
right,
Titan's ready for
Titan.
launch. Call it when ready.
Get ready for Titanfall. Can I just get a cheap Titan kill there? So let's actually try to see what happens now. The Titan should follow me around. Oh, when I get killed by someone else.
Nice.
Strider is down.
I like that it's one of those games that's, you know, really that just gives you like a bunch of bonuses, like
Yeah,
with
all
multiplier.
the time. I mean,
It's-
for me, it's kind of the same thing as Diablo as well, where it's just stuff popping up and you just get thrown, like things thrown in your face.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
was,
just
I
like,
was,
yeah.
I was thinking more of like a pinball machine.
Yeah, that's true,
Where you
too.
just see like a multiplier and you got bonus held and it just blah,
Already a legend when I was
There
tons
should
of
be a pilot
experience
in here.
points.
on our side.
Do you know what the max level in the game is?
Find out where
No.
you're transmitting
No.
from.
I mean, this is like my like third map or fourth map in the actual game. The rest I played a little bit of the beta, so I haven't actually played that much.
Okay.
So I will say, if you really want the expert opinion on this, go read the reviews we have up, because that's people who have played the game for way too much,
Okay, team, the mission's almost over.
basically.
The IMC aren't far behind, though. Keep at it.
If such a thing is possible.
Do you remember where you do the dash?
Not a controller, I don't.
I actually don't remember. I need to check that afterwards. Oh, pilot. Oh, he's trying to get out of the way. Another pilot. We're done. Oh, we're done in a little bit now. I'm just shooting my friendly Titans. Just shoot first.
You get
and then,
so bored, they just start shooting.
I'm just like, as far as I know, there's like you can't shoot your friends. So if I shoot and nothing happens, then
yeah. But I think it's really positive to see that you being like semi-pro, semi-wannabe pro Call of Duty player has taken pretty quick to this game, right?
yeah.
You now have increased shield capacity.
So you see, I don't know if you can tell, but these are like the faster, smaller Titans,
definitely. Yeah.
and I'm a big, slow, strong one.
Yeah, but all of the Titans have this evade move, right?
Yeah, and that's
They
the
can
thing.
boost
I
to the
actually got
side.
both of them.
Channel's open.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't really remember how that works. Oh, protection here.
They were tracking you, and they found us instead.
Shoot off the missiles while I eject.
We didn't want any part of your war. You brought it to our doorstep. Those were civilians getting slaughtered.
We came to answer your distress signal. I repeat, identify yourself.
Things are going crazy insane.
Or the IMC. You want to help? You come and get me. I have a lot of survivors here that need evac.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right. So we need to intercept that thing. I don't think I'm probably too late now.
You should have stayed gone,
I'm kind of excited to see how this game will pan out as a team-based, like team-based or team-focused shooter, because it even though all the players are divided into 2 teams, it does seem like
There's
get there first,
Yeah, it's
kill,
Rambo
kill,
mode,
kill.
pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I experienced the most was actually that like everyone zoned in on a Titan when they saw it, and it was pretty much just yeah. If I can't shoot it, it's only because one of my teammates have gone in front of me and wants to shoot it, and that kind of spoils the party.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. I want to take the silencer off. I didn't like that, and I think we should. Instead of this, no, let's keep the sniper, but let's change into showing the SMG a little bit. And then it said something with Titan loadouts. So we actually unlocked that now. But let's take a look at that next round. Let's see, burn cards. Need to remember to use that as well. As you can see, there's so much stuff here. I don't really know. Is there anything we should... Now let's just, should we take a look at the Titan loadouts? So this, okay, we only have unlocked the first one. So as you can see, this is like the normal one. The Strider is the fast one.
Strider and the Ogre.
And the Ogre is like the big strong one. And you can choose their weapons.
Was that a chain gun?
Yeah.
Oh.
So like this is the one that I've been using.
Okay.
This is more like missiles, and this is like a full-on like normal, yeah,
Yes,
smaller bullets.
we want that.
Medium bullets, big bullets, small bullets.
We want small bullets, but
We
lots
want
of them.
All right, let's do. See, the thing is now that you just unlock the custom stuff, you don't really have a lot to choose from. I like the eject, auto eject. All right, something happened. Let me know when you want to play again.
This is fine.
Okay, I'm not gonna hand over the controller without you saying something.
No, it suits me fine, especially because this looks to be like a darker level, and me not really having the speed for a game like this.
Forgot to turn on your night vision, or
No, it's just I don't have a speed for this, and when I mean I need to use like a millisecond more to actually see if it's an enemy or a friendly.
Yeah.
So
Didn't you notice what I did? I just shoot at them.
I just thought that was because you became bored.
And then it's also I just don't like other people, so I just.
In general,
That's what I need, like a free fall, where it's like there's no such things as friends.
Just shoot. That's true.
But I think this is all we get in the campaign actually. What we're like this part where you just hear stuff. So like campaign.
It's. I mean, not that I have seen anyone do that, but it's not really the sort of thing that you can complain about in Titanfall, because it is the sort of way that
for me
everyone...
it's perfect. I mean, this is what I kind of want. But you want to see that chain gun, so let's do that Titan.
Oh yes. Oh, this actually is an open and like.
Yeah. I hope we get to see all the different levels.
Really?
Maybe that's a good way of doing this. Like seeing different levels, playing through the campaign. I guess we'll probably
cool
play
graphics design.
And it's like there's a lot of this stuff where you'll run on here, and then like you can time it and get up there, and then get up. And if you know exactly where to like jump and all that stuff. I forget to use grenades and everything as well.
Again, it's very quick like in that aspect that you can like rocket jump up here and get to here. I almost expect that to be a quad damage up there or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a modern day Quake sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so much better when there's no sound. Oh, look at all this wall running. That's so awesome. This is run around the whole room.
The thing what has surprised me so far about the game is that it looks to be, with all the possibilities you have also with the Titans and everything, it looks to be the kind of game that's way too complex for this kind of speed.
Yeah.
But it's really not.
But it actually seemed to work pretty well. It's pretty crazy.
It's pretty easy to understand when you get going.
Yeah. I mean, you do need a little bit of time to really get the hang of it,
but that's just cool that there's like
you need some
space
depth as well.
to
sure.
and there's definitely like space to
I need to
perfect
check
your
this
runs.
things. Controller settings. Tactical ability ordnance. Why does it show the Titan thing? Titan mode.
Fish, I'm patching you
It doesn't show that?
computer to black box. You have to fire up
I
the
don't know.
transmission. The better half of this wreck is a scrap.
Dash jump is A. Let's try that next time. Alright.
You want to take the fight back to the IMC?
You have these dashes with the Titan that are pretty awesome.
I think you should probably explain how do you charge up for a Titan drop?
Well, you just wait, basically, and you'll get a Titan no matter what.
Okay.
But whenever you kill someone, or capture a point, or like shoot a pilot, shoot a Titan, whatever, when you do something good, you will cut off that time. So now you have to shoot it up. That's dangerous.
That
Oh,
kick.
I just get Doom the Titan. So now I actually want to use Burn Card, but I'm not going to do that because my Titan is pretty much ready. But I wanted to use that.
If that kick had been followed up, but like, hi-ya! Would have been perfect.
I want to test something. See what happens if I stand where the Titan's coming
Oh,
back.
you
If I
probably
die,
shouldn't do that.
nothing happens. But what's awesome as well is there's tons of different ways of like getting into the Titan. They're like animated like 50 ways or something like that. So like where it grabs you, throws you in, and like all kind of different stuff.
That is one of the coolest ways, though.
Yeah.
That it just like plunk.
So generally this gun is better for like
Grunts.
Yeah, and players where like oh yeah, it is the A button. Where,
Squish.
Where it's not super good against Titans. You know?
Oh. Ooh.
I did get him, but he did get me as well. Oh! Wee! Can I get up here? Okay, I'm not allowed to. I was like, that's an awesome place. I want to get up there with a sniper.
Yeah, with a sniper and
Yeah.
just
show them who's
on that.
boss. Alright, let's get on this.
Also, the game seems really solid. I haven't really seen any like big faults or
No.
anything.
I think it locked on me once when playing the beta, but other than that, I haven't seen any crashes or like even in the beta, like any sort of thing like go wrong or it's
No.
almost dead. Just gonna wait for him to shoot his stupid gun, and then I'm gonna get him.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him!
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, I did get him. Nice. Oh, of course.
Again.
Alright, so let's select the burn card, and then I'm gonna do this one and cut time off my Titan build. Sweet.
Titan should go. Call it when ready.
And then I actually already have my Titan
It's
in.
on the way. Stand by for Titanfall.
Where did he go? Where did he go?
But I remember the first time the game was revealed,
Yeah.
and a lot of spoilers had already been talking about what the game was before that. But just seeing the game, it was like one of those times where I was like, why haven't anybody done this
Yeah. The
before?
thing is,
mean,
I'm actually
Rogue-
not a big fan of mechs, but this is okay. But that's, I think, also why I you know, prefer still being a pilot.
Yeah, it's probably a bit closer to your Call of Duty ways, right?
Yeah, I just like shooting with a gun,
Hmm.
basically.
Mac, the Odyssey's shaking its
But I think that's the perfect thing for it, actually. That if you don't want to be in the Titan, you don't have to. I mean, you still earn it, and you can put it down as like a guard or have it run after you and all that stuff. And that's really cool. Then you don't really get punished for not liking that sort of thing.
No.
there alone is bigger than all the militia.
No, and also the way that they have built up some of the objectives in the different maps that you actually
Fight them every day.
have to get out of the Titan to capture points, and you can have the Titan guard meanwhile. Again, on paper, that just sounds like a system that would be like hugely complex to integrate in a game like this, but it just works.
Why won't you die? So now I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna go get this fucker. Just think he can hide up here. Where did he go? He can hide up here, I guess, because I can't find him.
Good point, though.
Step it up, pilot. We're losing. Keep the IMC busy.
Was that just your Titan that?
People out of the
I think
surrounding
it
area.
looks like he's almost dead. We're leveling up pretty fast as well.
Yep. Again, it's the pinball multipliers.
But that's really awesome because you feel like you're getting somewhere. I mean, we're also doing. I'm doing okay. Like
This intel is
now we're losing
Nope.
this one, but
the IMC out of the frontier.
But even if you're doing like, if you don't get kills on piles, you can still get kills on grunts, and you can still level up by doing other things. Is that my Titan? No, it's not. Oh, it's still running around
As it
somewhere.
is, every time I have to point out that you're actually doing good in anything,
Yeah.
I must admit that you're doing pretty well with the controller.
I actually didn't even think about it. I guess it should be harder.
Yeah, well, again, probably 99% of the people playing this on the PC is playing with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, and you mean they should have an easier time than
And also they're playing against you, so it shouldn't really be a problem.
But it is a problem.
But it is a problem.
Oh, I timed that wrong. See, I used my double jump too early, so I didn't get to the...
We'll probably see like 10 people rage quitting. When
That would
they,
be awesome. I would actually love to have like a headset on, and then when if they're like, oh, here's the shit, it's like, yeah, what are you playing with? I'm playing with a controller.
There should just be like a little possibility for
like a
having,
symbol to show?
Yeah, just a little
Yeah.
icon. I just owned you with the controller.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to rely on the
and then don't tell them that I prefer using the controller. All right, let's get to this.
Why are
See
we
if we can
taking
do
orders
it.
from this guy, Sarah? Well, he just uploaded more intel than we've grabbed in the
How
past
do we
year.
get over
I think we
here?
might just have a chance of taking the fight back to the IMC.
Running Man. That's another thing. You get challenged for. It's the same in Call of Duty, like running 20 kilometers or something. You get a.
Yeah.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's a friend. I was like, what the? Is that he used the shield thing? Let's see what I have. Arc grenade.
You made it successfully.
One thing I really recommend that I don't think we've unlocked yet is the shield. No, when you have the Titan, one of the things you can use, you can
Was he just shooting up in the sky?
I don't
Titan
know.
there?
You can have like electronic smoke, because like when if you're in a Titan and I jump on, you get a message, but then you have to jump out and shoot me like as a pilot, or have your friend do it.
Yeah.
But if you have like electronic smoke, you can put that out, and then you actually damage the pilot on your back.
Nice.
I really like that because it's kind of annoying to get out of the.
Okay, Nick. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try the next
I
round.
didn't do super good.
That's actually fine by me. It means there's not a lot of pressure on me.
I like how easy it is switching back and forth here.
Yeah. No, people just still rambling about other games and.
I think to mention is there was the BAFTA awards last night.
Oh yeah.
Last of Us
Yeah,
won a lot.
haven't heard.
It was actually pretty cool to see. I was surprised Troy Baker didn't win for playing Joel, but actually Ashley Johnson won for playing Ellie.
Oh wow.
And the GTA guys, the House Brothers, won like
Lifetime?
Sort of. It's called like the Fellowship or something.
Yeah.
And for once, actually made an appearance.
Oh, wow, they did.
Yeah. Kojima was handing them the award, and so yeah, you should.
Okay.
If there's anything you want to change.
No, I was just gonna say. I also, speaking of The Last of Us, I also just heard that Druckmann had apparently from Naughty Dog had apparently confirmed that the
they're
story
doing-
of the movie
Oh.
is going to be the same story as in the game.
Yeah, they're
so-
adapting it.
Yeah, so no fears of this being like.
I think
something
already that
completely
it's him doing it, that made me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, of course he's going to stay true to his own thing.
Yeah, but anybody who saw the Mario Brothers movie, for instance,
Yeah. But just, okay, if you know who Neil Druckmann is, like, they care so much about
Yeah,
it.
I
And
know,
it's also,
I
they
know.
won Best Story.
Yeah.
And he won actually a Writers Guild of America award for Best Game Story as well
Okay.
this year. Like, where they also give out awards for, like, TV and film. Like, that's the Writers Guild of America. It's like, it's serious stuff. I actually didn't know they had a game award. But Ashley Johnson wasn't at the place, so Troy Baker came up and received the award on her behalf, even though he was nominated and didn't win. So it was pretty funny.
I'm pretty sad at the same time.
No, he actually gave a really good speech and was
Okay.
like, that was really cool. Yeah.
Okay, get it back to Titanfall.
Back to Titanfall.
We're playing attrition, which is...
That is the one where you get points for killing people.
Okay.
So you should just kill.
Kill. Get Barker. And don't be fooled. Even though I have changed over to the mouse and keyboard,
I'm actually controlling.
just under the table.
Just all of a sudden you do this and then you can steal the soldiers. So.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a question here from Adu. Will this be the new COD, like new Titanfall every year? No. Not, I could see it have a sort of similar role as COD as being like one of the big shooters, but they're not doing a new Titanfall next year.
And-
They're one studio, and Call of Duty is now they're on a 3 studio cycle. Like they used to be on 2.
And also,
And
it's
it's not going to be pushed the same way, I think.
No, it should be said that one of the reasons, and it's not that I've ever heard Respawn say this, but one of the reasons I presume that they made their own company is probably that they didn't want to make yearly upgrades of Titanfall.
I could see him come out with a new Titanfall every 2-3 years, though. Just like Battlefield.
But
is coming
that's
out every
also something completely else than each year.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, in that way, you could say it's sort of the same cycle. Like now, Infinity Ward comes out with the shooter every 2 years. Treyarch comes out with the shooter, and that's now going to be every 3 years with was it Sledgehammer?
Sledgehammer, yeah, they also.
Raven is still doing like a support role.
Yeah, they are mostly working on multiplayer, I think.
Yeah, they're
Raven
doing like the last couple of years. They're both Raven and Sledgehammer has been doing like DLC guns and maps and that sort of thing. It's interesting. I haven't seen attrition in this level. I've played a lot in Domination Hardpoint, where this is one of the capture points.
Pilot, your Titan will be ready in 2
You really want to get up on the top floor of this building.
Yeah,
That's a
just
really
for
good position to be in.
The
You
view.
jump up through there, up through the ceiling. There's this hole as well.
Nope. Good roll.
Yeah, it also looks like someone is shooting at me. All right, let's see. We're being asked about on a scale from 1 to 10 on Titanfall. I think it's a little bit too early to say for me at least, and I assume you feel the same.
Hey, your Titan will be ready in 60 seconds.
Oh, he did not like that.
But I really like that they have been like, we're not doing a campaign, that's not what's interesting, so we're not gonna like tack on a campaign or tack on a multiplayer like some games do.
All right, our combat
This is like a
effectiveness
multiplayer
down
game,
to
and
75%.
that's really awesome.
I mean, I'm just, no matter what some of the people at Respawn Studios have done before with the Call of Duty series, I'm just really impressed that they have been able to come up with a game this solid.
I mean, it's also,
and-
there's a lot of people who worked at Infinity Ward and other studios as well as this one, but I'm sure there's new guys on there as well, and generally it's really well made. Nice.
Yeah, and it's not the biggest of teams. Apparently, there are only like 70 people there.
Yeah, I think I actually heard, I was watching some other streams with actually, which was mainly the guys who'd done the strategy guy
Okay.
for it that
That's
has streamed it. There was like an ex-Halo pro who's now coaching one of the Call of Duty teams that's going to Call of Duty champs, and like different people who are good at it. And they had a couple of devs like join them once in a while and ask them. And I think he said they started out like being like 70 something or like around 80, and then ended up being like a little bit more. But they were like around 90 or 100 now. So
Okay.
it's not a big team at all.
No.
And seeing the guys who wrote the strategy guide, they know how to play this game.
Yeah, I imagine.
They were just like annihilating people on it. They would play like the hardpoint domination, and then they would hide in the beginning of the level until the other team had 200 points and they had 0 or 250, and then they would just destroy them.
Nice.
So you played 400. So let's say they let them get 200, then they would maybe get like 70 points for the rest of the game. It was just like, damn. The problem for them, it wasn't to be like annoying. The problem was that all the games they played right before that, the other team rage quit, so they couldn't finish a level.
Oh crap.
Nice.
This is bad.
And then you want to try to land on his Titan.
Where is it?
Titan will be ready in 2 minutes.
You got him. But of course also they've played it through the development and they know like where to run and where to hide, and they were doing that thing with like hanging from like a corner I didn't know existed and all that stuff. That's good. You're just jump in.
Shoot it.
But it's good to get into hiding and then jump back out. And I think the thing that glows red there is actually like a weak point, so if you can hit that, he's almost dead. Oh, his shield regenerated.
Hey, your Titan will be
No.
60 seconds.
He's almost dead now. He's gonna get an assist now.
Oh,
Nice. So, good play.
Titan assist.
Really close. Maybe you want to take a look at a burn card, just be.
Sure. Oh,
I'll do
too
it next
late.
time. Yeah.
Oh! Those friendlies.
Be advised. Titan ready in 30 seconds.
Yeah, but having to do a strategy guide for a game like this, I mean, if any of you have ever seen a strategy guide, not only for a game like this, but just in general, especially on the US market, it's like a heavy book.
It's like they were also talking. They were giving away like collector's editions of the strategy guide, and it was like
Yeah, it's
good
serious
stuff.
It's serious stuff.
Yeah.
So
It also says something like he is still. I don't know if he ever plays any tournaments, but he has at least been a professional Halo player
Yeah.
who have won tournaments
Yeah.
and is now coaching the biggest brand in Call of Duty right now, like of pro teams. So he's earning money other ways. For him to do this, they would need to pay money. So that means they're spending money on it.
Yeah. That was horrible. Rocket.
So yeah, getting asked about those, a rating or a score. How do you, like, I'm saying I think it's too soon
It's,
to say.
I mean, if it's too soon for you, I've played it even less.
Yeah. But also like what I've played has mainly been the beta
Yeah.
with like 3 maps and stuff. So I think it's a lot of fun. I think also a game like this, which is like a multiplayer online shooter. I think that the true score for me is going to be in weeks when
Yes.
like the community has figured out the game and
Definitely.
all that stuff. And you find out what guns are overpowered and all that stuff. And they patch it and add the new modes and all that stuff. But I think it's if you're into this, if this looks interesting to you, you're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then I was also just going to say, I mean, it plays really well so far.
Yeah. But it's also like now we're basically playing a new map every time.
Yeah.
So far that's like super fun. Like you get to try new stuff, but it's also fun to learn the map. But when I've played this level 1,000 times, maybe I'll get tired of it. You know?
Yeah.
And that's where you really see if the maps are well designed, is how long you can play them without
Where do you
getting
need to
tired
go?
and using the guns and stuff.
Oh, it's over there. Yeah, and it's also a question of how the team will take care of the game,
Yeah.
how they will listen to the audience, upgrade the game, balance the game.
Yeah, I think that definitely matters a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I can make this.
It's only just arriving now, so actually be careful. Nice. Rare burn card earned. So there's also different levels of burn cards.
Sweet.
So it's like better or worse ones.
Legendary.
We need to remember to use some of those. That used to be my problem as well.
You take the next round and you can burn some
Alright.
cards. Hello.
I want to play.
You're not allowed to.
I'm tired of sitting over there trying to work.
You are.
Scoot.
You secretly become addicted to the game. We can just.
I don't think it's
play
secretly.
It's like before when I had to try the game, I couldn't even like get close to the computer because you just hogged
No,
it.
I had to test out all the technical settings.
Yeah. Sure.
Let's just do this.
You're gonna make my custom Titan now?
I actually just wanted to see what we had unlocked. Holographic side, ACOG.
Let me set up a
All right.
for myself. Let me see, primary weapon.
But don't do the top one, then do one of the 2 lower ones.
Yeah. We haven't unlocked anything for that, right? Sidewinder.
Actually, you know what, guys? You take the rest of this, since I know no one will be able to wrist away the keyboard from Dori, anyways. Good play.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And Titan loadouts. Yeah, we only have the Atlas.
Yeah,
unlocked,
we've
of course.
just unlocked the custom
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, plasma railgun. Wanna try that? Ordnance. Rocket salvo, that's good. Tier 1, nuclear ejection. And tier 2. Yeah. So I set it up with the nuclear ejection so that I can take out other enemies. And also that it takes longer to explode after it's doomed. So that I can get in close and eject. That's the theory at least. And campaign, or should we just go
I
classic?
don't think it really doesn't matter. I think we should play a campaign. As I understood, that's how you unlock the Titans.
Yeah.
But you should check out the burn cards.
2 open slots.
Also,
We actually have a burn card for an Ogre Titan, so we can check that class out. Nice.
But we still have the 3 standard Titans. So we have one of each. It's just we can't customize them.
Ah, okay. Place prime. Oh, move my microphone. You can hear me. Yeah. And this one. Campaign.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is also you unlock the.
Yeah. So Assault on the Sentinel
Yeah.
is the next one.
I think that's also you're just forced through all the levels. It looks like.
Resume. Nice that there are not long load times. I mean, of course, the game is just out, so it's heavily populated, but still, I mean, you're just in a lobby right away.
Just go through the burn cards. If you just scroll
Yeah.
through them. Yeah, can we see if
And
we've got new ones?
amped G2A4, amped LMG, amped Sidewinder.
I haven't been a big fan of the weapons you get like that. I don't
No.
really feel like it does a lot for me.
Prosthetic legs.
But I
like
guess
this
it's
one.
also good that it doesn't give you too much
Actually, I'm
power.
gonna switch this one out. Yeah. And then Spider Sense, audible warning when enemy players are nearby.
I mean, that's more stuff like that
Yeah.
that I like.
Conscription. Oh, nice. So if you hang around the grunts.
That's one Thomas should have had. I'm way more a fan of something like the cut time off the Titan.
Yeah. So does it come up with like a cutscene?
No.
Or okay.
Well, there was a guy saying something, but it's like a 5-second thing or
Assault on
something.
the Sentinel. So it's attrition mode. Magellan's Gambit to send fighters against the IMC flagship Sentinel. Oh, okay.
You'll see what I mean. We can't hear it, so I don't know, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can
boss,
we-
decoy's ready.
And no, there's no cross-platform.
No, I don't have a remote.
Decoy warping in 3.
There are 3 basic Titans in the game. As we said, there's like a normal one, and then there's like a
The
light, fast one, and a heavy, like well-protected one. And then you can like mix the same. There's like a really heavy rocket launcher, and there's a medium one, and there's a light machine gun, sort of thing. And then you can like mix and match them as you want.
Start right away with
Stay clear of the
Okay.
blast zone.
Okay. That's the one I've been using as well. And so that means it's ready right away.
They took the base. We're in.
I really like timing the Titanfall with like jumping, so you just get like
Yeah.
grabs you right when it jumps down. Pretty awesome.
Clear out the IMC on the outpost so the tech teams can give me remote access to the cannon. You heard him, team. This is the
But as again, if there's 3 basic Titan models, and then like if you take all the abilities and all that, there's a lot of possibilities and a lot of combinations. Oh, we actually walked on a player.
walking on. Not today, my friend.
Max, the Sentinel's moving. They're trying to make a warp jump.
Fish, we gotta take out the jump drive. Working. Got it. Firing now.
Don't see where that enemy went. It's not on my mini map anymore. Aw, and sorry, bruh.
Boss, I just lost my signal again.
Pilots, let's go. Vector's
To
getting
the
your
right,
way, try the
everyone on
data
the
dive.
opposite roof.
Fish isn't the only one who can hack.
Up there to your right. Up there, there was a one. I'm a big fan of the arc grenades as well compared to the frag grenades. They're like more of a like a stun sort of. It looks like they do something similar to the
25%
electric
of the mission
smoke.
timer. Give me an update.
McAllen, our
I've
pilots
mainly
are taking
had them
lots of
used against me, and I
With
find them
signal
super
jam, boss.
annoying.
The pilots need to wipe out the opposition so the tech teams can get through and patch me in. Pilots,
The pilots are fighting hard down here, Fish. Check your signal again.
signal's clear again. I've got control of the cannon. Hit it while we can.
Really close.
On it.
No.
Firing now.
There's a guy hanging around somewhere.
Maybe we should try hacking one of those turrets. Which anti-tank weapon do you prefer?
This one, the Strider. I don't like the.
Suspect on target.
The lock-on one?
Keep pushing, team. We can do this. Clear the outpost.
He's doomed. Was that my Titan?
I'll get you another as soon as I can. Pilot, your Titan will be ready in 2 minutes.
Don't see anybody around. Ah, just as I said that.
He's also using a suppressor, so you
Yeah.
get sneak up on him.
Team, mission timer's at 50%.
I do was saying it reminds me of him of the army from
With signal
Avatar.
jam, boss. I can't fire
I
the
could
cannon.
definitely see that.
Pilot, fight
These
harder.
like
We have to clear
titans
the
and
outpost.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, your Titan will
Sneak
be
up
ready
behind
in
me?
60
I
seconds.
don't think so. Well,
It wasn't really sneaking, he just shot you in the back.
coward.
But that is
Running out of time.
one of the worst things,
You're okay. My signal
getting
just
turned
cleared
on.
up. Tech team's got the uplink back on. I'm firing again.
Then come back, pilots. Keep pushing to keep those outposts clear.
Got me midair.
Now you're losing.
Damn it. I thought that was the player. But
Yeah, I'm trying to read the minimap to see if we can tell the difference between the grunts and players,
McAllen,
and
our pilots are losing ground.
I haven't really
Hey, pilots, we're
figured
gonna
that out
move
yet.
and
It's
get
pretty
those
clear when it's
outposts
the
under
Titan, because
control.
that's the big
yeah.
ones, but there's like orange and there's red. I don't know if one is like, maybe it's because I think I chose the perk that
Yeah, but then there's also
That shows all
you
enemy
have a
grunts on the
problem
time.
telling what is an auto Titan and what is actually a man Titan, because that's also that matters.
yeah, but I don't think that matters as much. Like, I just really want to see when it's players. If there's a Titan, either way, that's dangerous. But like a grunt or a pilot, that's really a big difference.
Try the cannon again.
Not- Oh, there it is. Signal clear. Here
Thought
we
I
go.
had him.
Keep pushing, everyone. We just need one more shot to take down the Sentinel.
It's actually a Spectra using cover pretty nicely.
Oh, you're gonna get a kill on that guy. He's dead, get off.
Yeah, I was just using him to bounce.
Rendezvous at the evac point and wait for pickup.
But the Sentinel's still in the air.
Okay, defeat,
Not
but
for long. They're down for the count.
on a personal level, I thought I did fine.
Already.
Roger. Pilots get to the evac point.
Friend. Sorry about that. Just a little tickle.
Fish, this is McAllen. You got Barker on the line? Standing by, Mac. Nice
Wait,
fireball, Mac.
There you
To
go.
be your specialty. You didn't think we could do it. Nah, just didn't
I actually
care.
like that you only have one life when this
Time to
happens.
care, Parker. Time to do your part.
Like also for the team who's trying to,
You have gotta be
you
kidding
know,
me. I
to
said
kill
I'd
you,
never go back
the
there.
wing things.
I know the feeling, man. This world makes liars of us all.
Mid-fair. Nothing special. A lot of minions that I got there, but
Yeah.
at least I killed more than I died. That's
Yeah, pilot, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Some challenges. I like these challenges here.
Yeah.
It's like no
But
matter
but in the beginning, it's very like.
no matter what you're doing, you're getting.
As you see, the first ones is like getting 10 kills or
Yeah,
5
yeah,
kills,
yeah,
and so
yeah.
it's like
It gets more
pick up a
complex.
gun and you're gonna get it. But after that, I still really like it.
You want to take the next one?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna jump out and set this up that I didn't get to do
Yeah,
before.
but you can just do it.
Yeah, but I only have like 50 seconds.
No, 60 seconds.
Because we didn't have this part unlocked proper before. So you did the bottom one?
Yeah. So we only have one chassis right now, which is the Atlas.
I can try that on yours. See, quad. I like that one actually.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really there. Rocket salvo or.
I mean, Slave Wars is just kind of the same as Rocket Salvo. You just have to lock on first.
I want to try that.
Yeah, sure.
No, I like that one, and then I actually like the auto eject. I think,
Yeah, so as soon as it's doomed, you just get shot out and then
Yeah.
it nukes.
and then I can, try to land on the evil fucker.
Yeah.
See, what do we need here? Level 22. I want this one, and
Oh, and the cloak. I put the
Oh.
stim on.
I don't like the cloak.
I had the stim on by accident. I like the cloak.
Definitely like the parkour. I don't really like either of these. I'm actually gonna try this one. And we didn't unlock any other stuff. Then it's just the burn cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do one of those. Why
Yeah,
not?
Why not? And then start out with that, then you can
Oh, I really like this level.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I
just
haven't played it, but
click
oh
reset.
yeah. This was one of the levels I saw the strategy guys play.
Oh, okay.
With a lot of flying, like dinosaur-looking things.
Oh,
and,
nice. Yeah.
and
'Cause
it's-
I was quite surprised after
Yeah,
playing the beta that
yeah.
they're introducing all sorts of like these monsters.
You
and
saw that other
dinosaurs
level
and shit.
had it right, but this one has a lot, and
Yeah.
you see it's orangey and like it looks different than.
Do you actually interact with them? Are they a hazard?
I don't know if I heard someone say something.
I wanna
that
see
they,
if
they
you can-
attack you. That,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like. I don't know if it's true that it sounded like he wasn't sure, but that if you shoot them, then they could kill you. But you can't kill them. But I don't know.
We'll give it a go. I would love if you can actually rodeo one of them.
Yeah,
just
no,
ride a
no,
track
yeah.
and
That would be awesome.
yeah, DLC.
Titanfall 2. I mean, I think it'll change too much for them to add that to the DLC, but it could definitely be something that they could add. I could,
DLC, third faction. You play as the monsters.
that would just totally change the game.
So 30 seconds.
Yeah. So this is the thing that's a little bit, I think it's okay when you play on your own, because then you can change a little bit between matches, but when you want to show stuff off, it's like, I feel like it's not time enough to really set up the different things sometimes, and then, but it's too long sometimes. But I guess that's always how it is with these sort of waiting times. And yeah, no PlayStation versions of this.
Nope. Exclusivity.
And as far as understood, they had made a deal. Well, we don't know, but it sounded from what they said like it's not Titanfall is not going to end up on PlayStation in a year. Then it's
No,
going to be like
no.
when Titanfall 2 comes out,
Yeah, maybe.
which I would assume that would be multi-platform.
Yeah, I mean,
because it really
re-
doesn't pay off for a company to not go
Yeah,
multi-platform.
like Respawn is not a Microsoft exclusive company.
It's EA.
yeah.
So
So Barker agrees to fly the militia to event IMC tower designed to repel hostile wildlife. The IMC races
Yeah,
to
be
scuttle
dragons.
the base to stop British from learning.
So this is the story.
It's the SSD on our new monster PC. It loads too fast.
I like that.
3, 2, 1, mark.
But yeah, I mean, now you play the level. This is what you get of story. I mean, and we don't hear it, but it doesn't seem like. Well, so far this is what we've gotten. I don't understand anything going on really. There's a lot of dragons here.
Ooh.
All right, let's change loadout. Let's get here. I'm gonna start out with. You know, let me try this one,
Yeah.
and then I'll take a look at the other stuff after.
So we have oh, now yeah, that's an AI player that gets
Yeah.
eaten up. So cinematic value there.
I'm gonna go straight for C, I think.
Yeah, that's the closest, 31 meters away.
Take control of as many hard points as you can. Patch me into them, and I'll take care of the rest. Okay, we have hardpoint Charlie under control.
Nice one.
Patch me into
Got a
Alpha and
couple of
Bravo
grunts
for
there.
full-speed system access.
And there's a lot of like wires here that you can ride on, which is
B
pretty
ran
cool as
and
well.
right. Oh yeah, C is already been
Both A
capped.
and B has been taken, so I want to get here and like sneak in. Let's see. This is where I don't remember where it is you do the grab on. I need to remember that.
Oh yeah, which button?
Yeah.
Hardpoint Bravo's reset. I'm preparing to download.
Now this is where I like to have the cloak, like this guy right here.
Yeah, yeah.
They're up at Bravo.
Get into the cab and you cloak in close to a corner. If you're in the corner, then that's the first place to check. But like, headshot on the ground.
Charlie is under attack.
Have you actually met a human player yet?
I killed one. I
Oh, you
think.
killed one.
Just
Okay.
lost Charlie.
Oh, C's been taken back. We need to get back to that.
But yeah, it's been mainly grunts, and that's what I don't.
Buddy, you're approaching
Even though
Charlie. Watch for
you
hostiles.
die. Oh, damn it! All right, fuck this. I'd rather die more and then actually shoot players. It's so frustrating. Just don't see any players, and all of a sudden you die.
Yeah.
So what do we do here? So this is like the stupid route
Yeah.
to do, the slow one.
Which nobody expects, so it's fine.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm going for.
Bravo is under attack. Section progress is 50%.
Grunts.
But
Nothing to worry
oh,
about.
I thought I didn't I pick the card on that did it faster when I killed grunts?
No, you picked the gun.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
We have an amped assault rifle. Ooh, and taken out
I'm
by
gonna do the grunt thing now.
Sasake.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna do that one. Yeah.
Charlie is under attack.
So it's not the grunts, it's the spectres that you need to
Okay.
be farming.
Mac, we got a problem.
Let's get
The
C.
IMC are overloading
Yeah.
the tower's reactor through the hard point.
Get that
It's
back.
interfering with my access to the
Right
tower
now
systems.
running behind,
Got it, fish. Pilot,
yeah,
Yeah.
60 to
Trying to
106
Tell the base. Get
in
control
cap
of the hard
points.
point.
Not good.
Mission complete as
Not
announced from the
contested.
tower.
Well, that means we have
Step it up.
someone in here. And he left.
You neutralizing. Hello. Throw out an arc grenade and then hammer him with the sidewinder. No,
Alpha is under attack.
yeah, you see, I said arc grenade first.
Yeah,
and
I
then-
actually tried, but I guess I pushed the wrong button.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and you have your Titan ready, so you can call him down to just walk around and have some fun.
Yeah.
While you... Oh,
Get anything for that fish?
what is that? Dragon was too close.
Nothing, but the scan is going slow.
So we're getting
Activity at the
totally
hard point.
annihilated now.
Yeah.
You heard him, pilot. Let's help him out. Take those hard points.
Transferring control to pilot.
Oh, I forgot. Am I using your Titan or mine? No. 40 millimeter. That's mine, right? Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like the chain gun.
Critical damage. Seek cover.
Now, you should get up close because you have a nuclear ejection.
You are outnumbered 3
In
to
between.
I thought you put the auto jet.
We just lost Charlie.
Pilot, your pipe will be ready as you hit it.
Mac, pressure in the tower's reactor core is about halfway to critical. They're drawing a lot of juice from the system and it's full going on my end. And we
Okay, did some damage there. Took down his
Everything
shield.
right on.
Team, we need to buy
Why
some
d-
more time to analyze the tower. Get control of the
I
hard
want to
point.
ride.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go back and see how that works. Oh, I can do it there as well. Oh, that was not. Did you see that?
Yeah. Right above your.
Oh, I need to like. Do I need to hold?
Maybe.
It doesn't it look like it's just a button?
Yeah.
Like press.
Now.
Yeah. Okay, I need to hold.
Okay.
To,
Yeah, I mean that.
Jump on.
That makes sense. That you drop
yeah,
off.
it's
with
just
it.
out.
Yeah.
Hey, your Titan will be
Sure.
ready in 60 seconds.
Oh,
We're now in control of hardpoint Alpha.
wasn't there a guy over there?
No, this guy below you. And there's a Titan over there. He's looking right at you.
We're losing Alpha.
Yeah. This is pretty. I want to do that.
Hey, buddy, you're close to hardpoint Alpha. It's on your map.
This has probably been the worst match I've ever played in Titanfall. Like, how, if you look at how I'm doing.
Yeah, Thomas sitting at it, that's taking credit.
But I mean, here you also, it does matter what team you're on for sure, because it's pretty clear that the rest of my team is not doing
Yeah.
like half decent either.
I mean, if you do quickly check the
No,
stats.
I mean, we've almost lost, so it's just.
But the tower's reactor
I'm just thinking how
is
many
going up, and all the
attrition
interference
points,
is slowing
no capture points our team actually has, because I think they're just going for the KD. Okay, he's dead.
Ah,
Stop on him. Nice. Oh, you're being roto attacked. You can see up in the
yeah, I
top.
just had the auto eject, so I did get him afterwards. I
Yeah.
just wanted to see if I could fire my missiles off. Always like when I get the, like, I'm about to die now, I want to fire off my round of missiles before I
Yeah.
get taken out.
Yeah,
Losing this
do a
time.
little splash damage before. Yeah. Jesus, they
I
capturing.
mean, no one is playing for the
No.
objective here.
Hey, your Titan will be ready in 60 seconds.
You should watch out with the arc grenade, because as far as I gather, that's the only thing. I mean, that and grenades.
Oh,
that
still
deals
have the
damage
turret.
difference. Yeah.
I just feel like my team is not going to do anything, so whatever I can do is like. Let's get a.
All units, we have to scrub the mission.
Yep.
I'm detecting
And with
no
that, you are defeated.
source.
But you leveled up to level 13, so you know.
My favorite level.
Yeah.
Pilots, there's
Maybe.
no space. Stay clear of any interiors.
Okay, that's
5,
um,
4,
in a pretty good position for that.
2, 1, mark.
Oh, I
Well,
don't
I
know.
hope you got something useful. All pilots head to the evac point. Move.
Fish, tell me it wasn't a complete loss.
Let's get some Titan support.
Yeah.
Got a lot of data. It's gonna take a while to sift through it all. We'll make it work, Fish.
Jump on over maybe.
Still too soon, I think.
7 seconds.
Here, hurry.
Oh,
Mac, how
Nice
long did the
one.
IMC know we were gonna be here?
I've actually been in a pretty good like stint
Oh,
of.
get that guy. Oh, there's a closed window.
Would it awesome if it had exploded in my face?
Gonna be the tiebreaker.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, when you actually see how the teams were stacked.
Yeah.
So
Actually, but even if I'd been on the other team, I would have done like third best or something on that team. So. But I mean, that's the way it is.
unlocks Titan
Oh,
electric smoke.
nice.
Yeah.
I want to get on that.
So
But actually, I think next time I need to remember to just use
Titan
one of the standard
loadouts.
Titans.
Check out this
I think.
Titan. It has the primary weapon of plasma railgun, because I haven't tried that before. Tier 1 kit.
You want to do the tactical ability.
Tactical ability, yeah. Electric smoke.
Oh, but the shield is really nice as
It
well.
is,
actually.
it is.
I'd rather have those two and then get rid of all the other stuff.
I'm gonna keep the survivor. I'm gonna try this out. 2 open slots for burn cards, spider sense. Amped sidewinder, because like I said, I like the sidewinder. So let's see if the amped one is any better.
The airbase is defended from local wildlife by 3 tanks.
Pilot loadouts. This class, can I?
Yeah, sure. I
this
just
one?
wanted to show the different weapons.
gonna-
The one we haven't showed the shotgun. We haven't showed the SMG yet. Really don't like the suppressor. But,
Covert ops will handle the tower.
Ordnance,
and-
arc
Asking you
grenade,
to guard our
T1.
backs. Our fleet of Demeter is counting on us to come through. Get to your
The
drop
power
ships and ready up. Good luck.
but I mean, that's the other thing when you play this. Try all the different stuff. Find out what you like.
For sure.
Like usually with shooters.
Let's check the last game summary again.
Do I get XP for? Is that earning a burn card or using one? Do I burn those cards?
I think you
Yeah,
actually
get a good point for like epilogue.
Yeah.
I did a lot of challenges.
and I think you actually get 50 XP for using a burn card.
Oh, it says burn card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did say when you marked it.
Okay, let's go.
Mr. R Boom, Crystal Edits Sausage. Is that what he's called?
Sasuke. He was doing well. I mean, he says he's level 5, but he killed you a couple of times,
Did
and
he?
he got the turret, and he was capping, and so he's a good player.
Maybe he's played the beta. Maybe he's just playing with a mouse.
Putting pressure on me with the mouse.
Yeah. I hear it's a lot easier.
Well, it's kind of what you're accustomed to, of course.
Yeah, Branko's asking in the chat. Yeah, the burn cards, when you use them, you burn them, so you lose them. One
Yeah,
time
and it's
use.
only for one life, not for an
Yeah.
entire round.
It's like when you use a grenade, like it's gone. Then
Yeah.
I guess you spawn with new grenades, but like it's a one-time use. And that's why so you can use them up to 3 in a map when you have all 3 unlocks. Was it level 11 or something you unlocked the third one?
Something like that.
But I don't think they are that impactful. They're
The
pretty
burn
cool.
cards, they're
It's
fun.
but I just feel like when you start the game, you shouldn't feel bad. Oh, I only have 1 slot, or like
No,
what card
no.
you have. It's not.
Because you forget to use them all the time.
Yeah, but also it's not like those weapons or those things. Or it's like it takes 3.5 minutes for a Titan. We'll see when it shows. It's I guess different for levels, but it costs off 40 seconds of a Titan. That one.
I'm gonna try the spider sense.
So here, like 4 minutes until your Titan comes. You cut off 40 seconds. That's a burn card. I mean, that's not too crazy. What did you play?
The
Attrition?
spider sense. Oh yeah. Oh, the game mode.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Sarah can't be.
Well, it's not.
You're stuck with me on this
It's not domination at least.
I'll be handling Titan
Yeah,
for
attrition.
this operation. Don't screw with me. I got one hell of a bad hangover.
Oh, I forgot to change this again. Wanted the
what?
cloak.
Oh, don't you have it on any of them? Check if the standard classes have it. There is one
I
on
want to
there.
be this class anyway. But
Oh,
that means,
SMG, nice. That's-
but that means my spider sense is
yeah, you
for
lost
mobs.
that now. Yeah, this is something we need to do more. Oh, you can actually get him pretty fast. He's doing nice. That's really something you need to be aware of when you play that. Like, don't wait for it to die, just wait for it that it says doomed. I would throw them in there. So burn cards you simply earn by playing the game.
Yeah.
I don't
and
know what
completing challenges, getting
but
the
it
evac.
isn't like, oh, if you get 10 kills with this weapon, you get this burn card. You just randomly get burn cards for doing stuff,
Yeah.
and it's you can get rare ones or normal ones, and yeah.
What? He was down to 4% health.
And he kicked you in the.
In the face. How can you kick when you're that low in health?
I love these billboards everywhere.
What?
I was
What happened?
You hit like the pole or something in the middle, and it bounced right back at you. The grenade. I was about to say, did that just happen?
Jesus.
That was pretty awesome. Is that the top 5 list we're gonna do with Titanfall? Top 5 fails.
Press V for Titanfall.
Make it last this
Shouldn't that be press T? I would have made the game
that
like
is
that.
about the same distance on the keyboard, yeah.
Even if it was like on the other end, I would be like, it needs to be T for Titanfall. There's a guy, wasn't it? Oh, I'm playing 4 and 3 now. You should have a chance.
Auto Titan engaging hostile pilot.
Okay, our team has got a lot of
All right,
Titans
Mitch,
now.
mid. I'm using the ice pick on the north
Very
tower
close
now.
thing.
Watch this. North tower is out of commission.
Nice job, Sarah. Keep me
Miss
updated on your
out as well.
position.
Did you put on the smoke on this one?
Yeah. Okay, regenerate shield.
Yeah, one thing that's really important to use with the Titan is the dash thing, but I forgot where the button was.
That's the jump button.
Over here, but I should be able to lose them in the service tunnel.
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah. What the missiles?
Warning, core reactor overload.
You get him?
Yeah.
Otherwise, that would be a really good position to actually land on him.
Yeah. But no need.
Violet, your Titan will be ready in 2 minutes.
Can't believe I didn't get that guy.
He's using an SMG, so I think that's why.
Yeah, probably.
It's so weird that this
The
is
knife
happening.
hacking that. Oh.
Isn't that like every time you do that? You
Yeah, it's like the third time.
Hey, your Titan will be
Wait,
ready in
I'll
60
change
seconds.
my pilot loadout to this one.
Was that the sniper?
No.
No, it's just ACOG on a carbine?
Yeah, and the suppressor.
That is a funny mix to me.
Is it now?
Yes. I feel like normally I would go for
One more remaining.
either or. So you're going for the stealth approach now.
Giving it a go. Oh, they're on the roof. They're on the
And
roof.
yes, the progress is saved online. So now we're playing on Thomas's account. And you can log into Origin back home and continue.
Yeah, it's in the cloud.
Can you still move? Can you get out of there?
They blocked the path to the main tower. There's no
One
way
thing
I
we
can
should
get
actually check when you get all the different versions is if there's a progression thing between Xbox One and 360.
Oh, yeah.
IMC access.
You can do
Have
that
a-
in Call of Duty, and I think Battlefield as well, across the two gens in both PlayStation and Xbox.
Have Pro on standby for medevac.
Titan support incoming. You need to step it up down there.
I really like this level for for Hardpoint. Yeah, they're like in the whole.
Exiting. AI mode engaged.
Hello. Let me.
One thing I also know, I feel like the sniper is it's not very powerful in this game. It's more like a marksman rifle from Call of Duty, where it's not a one-shot kill. I think it's like a 2 or 3 shot. So I definitely wouldn't recommend putting on the silencer on that, because that really takes off damage.
Fish have made it to the airfield.
At least that's how it was in the beta.
I think we are taking this.
I can configure the system for remote
taking
activation with
one?
the ice pick.
That's a good amount of points.
Okay,
It's a
bitch,
Titan.
I pick the console. I'm getting on the medevac and I'm out of here. Good luck.
Make it happen, bitch. It'll come down to how much time we have left. But
Got the
yeah, I think I
button
got
for
it.
the.
You got him as well.
Yeah, but I forgot the electric smoke
Yeah.
button, which I was gonna use to. Is that what V?
Violet, your
I have
Titan will
no
be ready
idea.
in 2 minutes.
It is.
Should be F.
Still a close game. Although we're a little bit behind.
Hey, your Titan will be ready in 60
Nobody
seconds.
around. Until I get shot in the face, of course. Like so.
It's a close battle, but we're slightly behind. We need to do
Couldn't you
something
hack
now
that
or we're
dude?
gonna lose
Was it friendly?
Now, because it's part of the environment,
Oh, okay.
not like a worker drone.
Alright, Titan.
Titan ready in 15 seconds.
Oh, he's almost dead. We should go get the kill.
Hey, your Titan's good to go. Call when ready.
Maybe get an assist for that, nothing more.
Yeah, you got an assist. Yeah, I think this is.
Pretty much
Well, there's
over.
also 10 seconds left, so you might not even make the score.
We gotta ditch the party early,
Oh,
people.
when
What's
we
left
are
of this fleet
defeated.
is playing the card. We didn't win this one, but we did a lot of damage.
And
Hopefully enough
Good
to make a
timing.
difference.
oh,
All
I get
ground
to
forces,
respawn
head
anyway.
for the evac point. This'll have to
Oh,
be
yeah,
enough.
no, stop
We're
it.
jumping to Demeter and regrouping with our
Alright.
main install fleet. Battalion out.
Let's see.
You still have your Titan, right?
Fish, patch me to the
Yeah.
IMC.
Don't see anybody on the map except for.
You read me, Graves? You know what's coming. All out assault. Doesn't
There,
have to go down like
everybody's
this.
running for.
A lot's changed in the last 15 years since you wore this
See if I can
uniform, Mac. I won't let you walk
draw
away
some
this
fire,
time.
let some people escape.
You really made a difference in the IMC, Marcus? Or did you just turn into another company man along the way?
But you get actually a really good amount of points for making that ship. Oh, if you make that, that's crazy.
What?
Yeah, you're off.
They just
I
left-
love the ship. If you look at the map, how many
They
is
just
left
left me
there,
behind.
and you just leave like 30, 40 soldiers behind. 3 and 3.
Hmm.
Could have done that better. All right, it's been turned off now. All right. Let me do this one, and let's try. Oh, I can't even do that. I'm just gonna use the standard ones, and
Yeah, I got an open slot for a burn card. Forgot to use the prosthetic legs.
double XP. Let's see, carbine. I'm gonna change this. Yeah, let's see what we have here. Nah, let's just do this one. Looks good. Yeah, tactical. Yeah. Why not?
Mm.
Or should I do like a... Let's try a different weapon that we haven't done yet. Should I do
Is
the...
a shotgun? I don't think we've done that a lot.
No, I haven't done that. Let's do that. That's really rough though. But Cloak sounds good for that. Arc grenade.
I mean, which map are we dropping in on now?
Tactical, that's the cloak, so we definitely want to get that quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And minion detector is always fun to have.
Yeah.
Rack up
And
easy XP,
then
especially if you put on the
then-
burn card with double XP and then you run around chasing minions.
Let me get on that sniper.
Really? Yeah, well, then you have one close range and one long range class.
I feel like I should be covered. Should I do a... That's shields, warheads, yeah. If I do want to do something different, then...
Oh, fast autoloader.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Try everything that's new. A lot of amped weapons.
Yeah, that's... That, I
Mm.
don't know. We have the fast and pilot, we have the anti-tank. Let's do that one.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready?
Just let me know if you are getting in any trouble, and I'll grab it in.
Make
Because
it worse?
I like that you can actually,
Yeah, that's,
like if I move the mouse
Yeah,
while
yeah.
you're using the controller.
yeah. So don't do that.
Well, we'll see. The Battle of Demeter. Demeter!
I'm sitting a little bit bad here with the my back is
With
getting
these
sore.
luxurious chairs that we've.
Yeah, I don't know what, but I feel like I'm usually okay. But now my back is sore. All right,
Select burn card.
let's go straight. Can you move them? No, let's do that one.
Conscription.
Okay, it's gone. Okay. Load out. I'm gonna start out with.
Sniper
I'm
or?
gonna start with stand one.
Yeah. And which
No,
type?
you know what? Let me get.
Stay back with the sniper.
And I want to see this one, the quick one.
So just the standard Strider one.
Yeah. Because we don't have that in the
Customizable now. Until we finish the campaign, of course.
This is McAllen. Hang on.
Is it that because there's like 2 campaigns, right? Oh, there's actually a little bit of a story here. More than in the other levels. Oh, I got the crazy zoom on this one.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that opening.
Yeah. This is nice when there's a little bit going on.
This is a hard point battle.
And then, yeah, it turns into a normal hardpoint domination mode.
Overload the reactor.
It's just not bad.
Trigger a chain reaction and wipe out Demeter. We pull this off.
All right, I should probably get to like a good vantage point. See this guy.
Behind you. Now he's laughing.
Yeah, well, worth it. Do one more of these. I didn't even use the sniper.
We just captured
That was
hardpoint
a
Bravo.
tall jump there. Oh,
Alright.
top of that tower. You can go higher.
Wait, let me, I just need to get more of this.
You have the cloak, right? Cloak it up.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm gonna wait until the season ends.
Well, the whole point is to
Yeah, but there's no one in the area.
Just took control of hardpoint Alpha.
right there.
Bravo's going down. Get over there if you can.
And then it's a grunt. Of course.
Of course, there's a grunt.
Charlie just went offline. All units, I need you to retake Charlie
Another grunt?
immediately.
I'm gonna go for the shotgun. No, I don't.
Yeah.
We now have control of hardpoint Bravo.
Because I need to get in those capture points. It's
Okay,
kinda-
straight out, far out.
but this is really bad to use a
Oh,
sniper.
right in
and-
front of you.
I didn't come all this way to give up, Sarah.
40%.
Yeah, I think she might be right. reactors are way more
Go.
shielded than the intel
Spawn.
indicated. The pilots on the
You
ground
went for
might not be
the
able to
what?
make it
Shotgun
go
one?
critical
Yeah,
right
shotgun
away.
one and prosthetic legs. I think that could be.
And
Good.
it's like, this is about capturing points. It's about getting there quick.
Yeah, and you can close the distance between your enemies and then shotgun them right in the face.
How do I get down there? I'm gonna whisper so I can sneak up on you.
Alpha's under attack.
Right behind you. Coming down the stairs probably.
They're not in the area, because they're not...
This hardpoint's secure, but it looks like
Whoa,
you got
what
incoming
was that?
You secured it. Moving on. Cloak.
Sit down there.
Level 1 safety protocol.
Just lost Alpha.
Oh,
and they
the
just-
timing!
Wait for him to
Yeah.
get out of the shield. And okay, he ran off.
We're barely
Coward.
at the IMC, man. Battle projection station real close.
Call down your Titan
I'm
maybe?
gonna wait, because I think he's gonna get out. Oh, doomed the Titan. Beast mode.
He's not really looking around, is he?
I'm a ninja, he's just not noticing the... I just gotta insist for that one.
This is contested, so there's somebody in
We're
here.
running out of time and the fleet up there is in bad shape. If you're gonna do something, McAllen, you
Oh,
Yes. Nice one.
Talk to me.
that's how you do it, people.
Mac,
Now we're
way to
dominating
manual
them.
overload, that'll
Let's
work,
do that
even if they
Titan
manage to
stuff.
shut down the reactor
Let's get on that.
Except there's one
Stand by for
problem.
Titanfall.
There isn't a Titan in the world that can protect you against that kind of radiation.
And yeah, you have the Strider, which is packed with heavy firepower, but it's very weak
You're doing great.
armor-wise.
Fire. McAllen out.
Crunched a couple of Spectres. In this building. Yeah, go back. Shoot through the door. And it's just a Spectre as well.
Recovery recommended.
Okay, you are halfway down in health.
What do we have here? I think I have that one. Is there like a down on him?
Sarah, Fish,
Yeah.
I got this. Get the fleet out of here.
Oh, and you got him.
What the hell are you talking about, Mac?
Nice one.
Mac, come in.
So yeah, that guy was being rodeoed and not really noticing.
Unlimited
anything.
dash.
Not to us.
I like that.
I'm patching into his feed.
Get to...
Is that because of the prosthetic legs as well?
No, it's just the thing I think you can earn. I'm gonna
Okay.
go here.
Instead, you gave me the ship.
Can I just do the door?
Yeah.
Sir, I've got the bastard in my sights. I'm going after him. Stand by. Blisk, hold your fire. You're gonna rupture a
Oh.
combat circuit and blow
And
the
again,
rest to hell.
you
Yeah.
Hand-to-hand combat only.
Just like your style, yo.
yeah,
With pleasure,
guess
sir.
so.
He's gonna get himself killed.
Wait, what was that you could pick?
Good work. Reactor pressure is increasing at this hardpoint.
Didn't I see the guy?
We just lost
No,
Charlie.
it's secured, not contested, so there's nobody in here.
We just captured hardpoint Bravo.
I have to say, I really like the the level design in this.
Yeah.
I mean, considering that people are fucking running and jumping
Yeah.
everywhere and
Come on,
everything.
Titan. Can you just shoot it now?
Yeah.
Transferring control to pilot. Warning, health systems low. Warning, Titans engaging.
You got a full shield, but not much more than that.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And ooh,
No! Alright, let's try the... And then... next time I'm gonna... Can I choose it now?
yeah.
No, let's do it next time. Alright, we're in the lead. But they're catching up.
Yeah, not by much. No, actually,
Fish,
by
I'm
much.
picking up
Yeah.
a spike in the reactor core.
We're doing well.
Packing in now.
Oh!
Got revenge on that.
Damn it, Mac, you crazy son of a bitch. What the hell are you doing?
Dominating.
Admiral, McKennan's locked himself in the
use the
There's nothing you
cloak.
can do. Get to your ship
I
and
don't
get
think I
out
have
of
it
there.
here.
No, that's true.
I've got the reactor.
Super. Wait, coming up the stairs? No, running on. It's not coming. I see this.
Oh my god, that was terrible. Burn card. Double XP. Go.
We're doing great. Keep it up.
Titan loadout. I like this one. Let's get it on.
Titanfall.
Nice. And this is the ogre, the
Referring to pilot.
biggest, toughest. But
Yeah, and you can definitely, having been in the smaller one, this isn't pretty slow.
yeah. Punch him in the face.
Oh, you think you can use that on me and get away with it?
Nice.
Pilot, the core is going critical. We're sending
So
Venus
victory. Now we
find Signal and get
need
the
to
hell
kill
out
all of
there.
them and shoot down their dropship, obviously. Where's the dropship?
McAllen. I've triggered the reactor core overload manually.
Must have.
Clear out as fast
It's not
as
on
you
the
can.
minimap
Do
where
not
the
wait for
dropship's
ground
gone. Maybe it's
support to
just
proceed.
there is no.
Yeah, it's just eliminate all pilot, it says.
Marcus,
Did he jump on me?
No. You can see when you're being rodeoed.
Yeah, this is says rodeo.
Yeah, now you're being rodeoed.
you told me 15 years ago on board the Odyssey to take
Nice
the ship.
one.
Headshot as well.
You the same choice.
You know how we do.
And back in the Titan.
And was that? Oh,
Like
that's a
nothing
friendly.
McAllen.
Just thought it'd be awesome if like an enemy Titan just walked past me, so I could just shoot him in the back.
Been an honor serving with you.
Really like. Just, oh, that was not nice.
That was an arc grenade. Oh, ooh. Hello.
If you're just joining now, it's not your monitor that's.
Reports are sketchy, but indications are that the refueling facilities sustained major damage in the battle. Numerous casualties are
Oh, we're
indicated,
actually like finishing now. I
including
didn't
the
even.
mutineer James
Yeah.
McAllen,
think we
formerly
can,
missing in action. High
Jump into
command
another one and
Yeah,
you'll do the outro while I'm playing.
whereabouts of several
you'll do the
high-profile
outro.
involved in the conflict,
5 and 4.
Admiral Marcus
That was
Ray.
like we had a guy who's really another ninja good at assault.
Ninja Stein.
That's good to see. Yeah. Tomorrow we're doing news. We're talking Watch Dogs, and we're talking Need for Speed movie.
The film and.
If we have extra time, we'll play the game a little bit, but it's gonna be focused on the film.
Gonna try this class, but I want to change the tactical.
All right. Do you have any finishing comments on Titanfall?
Really like it. I mean, it's fast-paced and a lot of nice progression in it, and I love the parkour and running around.
And you like playing it on the PC with it?
Yeah. I mean, this is the only time that I've gotten on the PC. I played the beta on the Xbox One. I'm liking it more on the PC, honestly. I mean, just because controller.
That depends on if you're
graphics-wise, gameplay-wise, feels
Same.
exactly the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's probably a little bit prettier on the PC, but if you hadn't told me this was the PC,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have like thought about it compared to the Xbox One.
Much has changed since we bought Demeter 3 months ago.
Yeah.
With the destruction of Demeter, IMC reinforcements are now years from arriving on the frontier. Sarah?
As the human numbers keep shifting in our favor, we've witnessed many defections from the IMC
So-
to our cause. Trust is earned,
Yeah, we
not
still
given.
got time.
And I know you were all wary
Let me
of
see if I can
fighting
get a
alongside
couple of
our
kills,
foes.
because the last round I played was not good.
I give you Field Commander.
Not.
So we've leveled up to 14, and we were like
We were level 7 when we started the stream.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we leveled up to 9 like first round, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Um,
And fight. Because for the first time, we
yeah, GR Friday Nights is next Friday.
What do you
Xbox
think
One.
about this campaign mode? Does it matter at all?
I don't really care.
I mean, I think it's.
I almost don't.
I think
want
it's
it to
actually
be
just more fun to go into the variety.
the thing I do
shuffle.
like about it is it looks like we get through all the maps.
Yeah.
You can say like, I want to play the campaign. That's one round in each map, different modes.
And they have this slight variation with us, like in the beginning there, where they assaulted the
If
map.
you play the normal thing, you can end up playing on the same maps and the same modes, and
Yeah.
there's stuff you don't see. So in that way, I like it. But I'd much rather have a thing where you can say, I want to play this map now, or like vote for it, or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't hurt. But it's not really a campaign. I guess they call it campaign. It's not a single player thing. It's still multiplayer, still the same way of playing. The last one we played with the intro, that was pretty cool. Again, we can't hear what they're saying, so
Not really, yeah.
that might change things.
Gotta have the audio down so you don't get a feedback on the stream.
Yeah. But yeah, news tomorrow. Gonna talk Watch Dogs as well. Magnus is gonna come in, and then we're gonna talk the Need for Speed movie. We have some cool clips to show you, and we'll talk a little bit about that. The film is coming out next week in the Nordic countries.
I believe we also have some stuff to give away.
Yeah, that is the plan. We'll confirm tomorrow. But yeah, that's the plan. And I think with that, without letting Dori getting in kills, and it's 6 o'clock, I think we'll say thank you for joining us. And hopefully see you tomorrow or another day.
This is a hardpoint mission.
Gotta
Taking a hardpoint
kill.
will give us control of the facility and keep the IMC from activating every Spectre here. Once we have control, I'm detonating these things and crippling the facility.
Yeah.
Dori's, Sofvin's waving at me. I don't think he liked that outro, but I think this is it. It's over. Go
See
turn
you
it off.
on
See
the
you
flip
tomorrow.
Notifying
side.
security personnel and shutting down production line.
Neutralizing all hostile Spectres in the area. Stand by. We now have control of Hardpoint Bravo.
Hey, your Titan will be ready in 60 seconds.
Hardpoint neutralized. Preparing to access the Spectre mainframe. We're losing Bravo! Okay, buddy, you're approaching Bravo. Watch for hostiles.
Be advised, Titan.
Fish, I'd like to open a comm link to a private IMC